Hello everyone, Alex is here. Last year I did a video comparing 6 different mini speakers. And lucky me, you guys loved it and made it the most viewed video on my channel. So I decided to keep going and make another one, comparing over 10 more powerful speakers. And by the end of the video, I will give the award for the loudest speaker, best value for money, and the king of all mid-size speakers. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our competitors. So we have here Tribit Max Sound Plus, Monster S310, LG X-Boom PL5, Anker Soundcore 3, Sony XB23 and XE200, JBL Flip 6, Bose SoundLink Flex, Huawei SoundJoy, Beats Pill Plus, and the last one is Marshall Emberton. And I will compare them in the following categories: portability, connectivity, battery life, sound quality, and the price. So let's start with the first category. And since we are talking about portability, weight is an important part. Starting with the lightest, Soundcore 3 with 360 grams, followed by JBL with 550, Beats, Sony, Tribit, and Bose with an average weight of 580 grams, LG and Monster with the same weight, Marshall and Huawei with the weight of 680 grams, and the heaviest among all is the Sony XE200 with 800 grams. All of these speakers have their own unique premium design. I'm not gonna get into details about each one of these to make this video as short and valuable as possible. If I have to pick my favorite, I would go with JBL because it's relatively small with an average weight and a lot of colors to choose from. And my least favorite is the Monster. The buttons and the material feels cheap, but that's expected since it's only $50 speaker. And as long as the speaker is portable, that means it's gonna carry some kind of water resistance, especially with the summer on the door, with all the swimming pools and the barbecue parties. With different IP ratings, if I were you, I won't consider a low rating is a big deal, as long as it still has some kind of protection against water. But here it is if you want to consider it. Now let's move to the battery life and charging time. Right here where you start to see huge differences between them, starting with JBL being the worst with only 5.6 hours, followed by Bose and Beats for 7 to 8 hours, the XB23, Marshall, Monster, Tribit with 10 hours approximately. Beyond that will mean that the battery is not only good, it's great. Huawei being the best with 20 hours of battery life, followed by LG. And things should be vice versa to the charging, right? The bigger the battery means more charging time. Well, not in this case. Both the XE200 and Huawei can do fast charging, especially the SoundJoy, with crazy 40 watt of fast charging. But all of these need between 2 to 3 hours to charge from 0 to 100% via USB-C, except for Beats with Lightning port, which is a little disappointing. However, these speakers share some similarities in connectivity. Of course, all of these use Bluetooth to connect to your phone, with Huawei and Sony having the lead with Bluetooth 5.2, JBL with 5.1, and the rest with 5.0. Except for the Bose, who has Bluetooth 4.2, and Beats has unspecified version, which is expected since this device is coming from Apple, the same company that didn't share the capacity of their power bank. But if I have to take a guess, I would say either 4.0 or 4.2, since this speaker is really old. Another old-fashioned way of connecting is the aux port, that is available in Beats, Tribit, and LG, and only Huawei uses NFC as a method of connection. When it comes to sound quality, these speakers are barely comparable. Some of these are surprisingly good, and some will disappoint. You will listen to that for yourself from the coming sound test, but let me compare some of the hardware aspects of these speakers. All of these share some stuff like dual passive radiators, but the power output is not even close, with Tribit claiming the highest watts of 24, followed by Sony, JBL, Monster, Marshall, Huawei with 20 watts, Anker with 16, Bose and Beats with 12, Last but not least, LG with only 10 watts. But keep in mind the price difference and that these numbers don't translate the real quality of the sound. So let's jump into the sound test now and see which one of these will be crowned the king of speakers. Make sure to use a good pair of headphones for more accurate results.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on
As you heard guys, the results are really surprising. To me, I always used to think that Sony speakers will take the lead, but after this head-to-head comparison, things were different than I expected. Keep in mind that this test doesn't present the real sound quality, but it's a fair comparison. All these speakers are recorded via Rode VideoMic Pro Plus and Zoom H1N as a preamp, under the same conditions. So the sound is not true, but the comparison is definitely fair. What I can say though, I'm really disappointed about Sony speakers, and that's coming from a guy who uses Sony headphones and earbuds all the time, especially if you want to consider the price, and these Sony things are not cheap. While both Marshall and Beats are the most expensive with a price of $200, the XE200, Bose, JBL and Huawei are around $180, the Sony XB23 is $130, while the rest are under $100. But let me explain a misunderstanding here. These last three speakers are not bad at all. But these companies have a different smart business idea. While they sell the higher watt speakers for the same price as these mid-watt Sony and Beats brands, you can buy the big brother LG PL7 cheaper than the Sony XE200, and is going to wipe all these 11 speakers out. So it's not like LG and Anker can't make a good speaker. In fact, try the LG PL7 and I promise you it will be one of your favorites. It's a totally better option than all of these, if you are okay with having a less portable speaker. Now let's move to the part you all have been waiting for, the awards. And the first one will be for the loudest speaker. And the award goes to... give me a drum roll. The Huawei SoundJoy. It's not only the loudest, none of the rest are even close. Moving to the second one, which is the best value for money. And the award goes to... the Tribit Max Sound. I know it's not the best sounding, but come on, think about it. It's only $60. You can actually buy 4 of these for the same price as the Marshall Emberton. But I was really close to giving this award to the JBL Flip 6, but the price difference is noticeable. Unless if you can manage to buy it on sale for $130, then it will definitely be a better option than Tribit. Now let's give the last award, and it's gonna be the best of the best, the king of all, and the award goes to... Huawei SoundJoy. I can't ignore how loud and good this speaker is. Starting with sound quality, fast charging and battery life. Ended up with the latest Bluetooth technology in addition to a good price, especially if you can get it on sale. If you're wondering which one wins the second place, there are 2 equivalent speakers, JBL Flip 6 and Bose SoundLink Flex. So whenever you find any of these for a good price, don't hesitate, you'll be happy with any of it. Anyway, that's all for today. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, and I hope I didn't miss any of the good speakers around. Please don't forget to support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, and see you guys in my next video.